Each NFL season comes with new expectations. So the question is, coming into this year, which guy has the most pressure on him this season? Mike Tomlin, Matt Canada, or Kenny Pickett? Now, Mike Tomlin. Word is that Mike Tomlin may get a contract extension before the season. Now, you may say, well, if he gets a contract extension before the season, how would he have pressure on him? Well, that's simple because sometimes, you get extensions on your past. Mr. Rooney said that they like Mike Tomlin, his stability, to keeping the team and competing. They're always in it. They're never below 500 and all that good stuff. So he likes that. He likes that what Mike Tomlin brings to the table. So, that could be an extension there. Or you could look at it as, hey, from his last extension a few years ago, what did the Steelers do? Not having to lose a season, stayed above 500, which is getting old to a lot of people, so made the playoffs, but didn't win a game, so all right, we're competitive, we were in it, things didn't go our way, all right, we'll give you an extension. But with this extension comes new expectations. We're not going off of the past or extension to extension. What you do, a next extension from here, will determine if you get another one. So you may want to start winning some playoff games. That's kind of getting old too. Not winning a playoff game. You hear it a lot. With Steeler fans and people. To get frustrated because the Pittsburgh Steelers are not a fan base. They're not an organization that just want to compete. They want to win it all. Had the most rings until the Patriots tied it up, with 6, so they want that glory again. They want to be on top, so the not winning in the playoffs, that can get a little frustrating. And we all know, the Rooneys, they love their coaches. They love their coaches. They like to let the coaches ride till the wheels fall off. So, but it can all change. You want to get back to winning. You want to get back to the Lombardis. So, we'll extend you, but we're expecting more starting this season. Now, Matt Canada. Now, the Pittsburgh Steelers brought in Glenn Thomas. Glenn Thomas, come from Arizona State, the running scheme guy, So you can look at this as just Glenn Thomas coming in, getting familiar with the team. He worked with numerous quarterbacks. So there you have it there. He's a running guy, but he worked with quarterbacks too. He's an offensive coordinator, so he was an offensive coordinator at Arizona State, so he's going to have to work with quarterbacks as part of the offense, the head of the offense. So he has that under his belt, and he come in, he do some things, and they don't like, with the direction they see with Matt Canada. That's an easy transition. The Steelers like to hire within, and then, guys will already know him. He'll be familiar with the team, being there for a year, knowing the organization. So it's not like they're bringing an outside guy in to replace Matt Canada. They're bringing in somebody that the team already knows. He get familiar with Kenny Pickett, and then boom, Kenny Pickett can endorse him the same way he did Matt Canada if he feels that way. So, the excuses for Matt Canada are just about done. They're old. The walls are starting to cave in on Matt Canada. It's year 2, with a mobile quarterback in Kenny Pickett. So you have that going for you. The offensive line, they brought in guys, for depth. They drafted, Broderick Jones. You got Najee going into his 3rd year. You got Freiermuth going into his 3rd year. You got Pickens going into his 2nd year. Like I said, the mobile quarterback, Kenny Pickett, going into his. So your skill guys are, they have a little bit of experience. So it's time to produce this so-called Matt Canada offense that we've been hearing about. All the pieces are there. So it's time to deliver. So this year may be, the deciding year for Matt Canada's fate. So we'll see how that goes. And then for Kenny Pickett, Kenny Pickett going into his second year, he's coming behind Big Ben Roethlisberger. Big Ben in his second year won the Super Bowl. Not saying that Kenny Pickett has to win the Super Bowl, but that's just what he's up against. That's the shoes that he has to fill, man. Big shoes to fill. Big Ben did a lot of good things in Pittsburgh, man. Won a lot of games, won 2 Super Bowls. You just see the love for Big Ben. You see his last game he had there at Heinz, Acrisure now, but Heinz at the time, man, they were lined up. The stadium was still filled up. At the end of the game, Ben made his rounds, to pay the respects to a Hall of Fame great quarterback that did a lot of winning and brought a lot of good times to Pittsburgh, and they're gonna want that to continue with Kenny Pickett. That's gonna be the thing. Can he match up to Ben? Is he gonna be like Ben or better? That's gonna be the standard. The standard is the standard, as Mike Tomlin would say. So that's gonna be something, and then they're gonna see if he takes that jump. Second year, is when the quarterbacks give you those flashes. You give you those flashes of a franchise guy. Not saying that they have to show you that they're franchise in the second year. I believe that flashes come in the second year, and then after that third year, you'll really get, you'll really know what you have. But this year, your second year, the jump you take, the mistakes you made last year, did you correct them? Are you going forward or backwards? Where you going in your progression? Because quarterback is very important, and you don't have too many years to see what's going on with a guy. That's why I said this year is very important for Mr. Kenny Pickett. So just coming behind Big Ben, right behind him, not a year off. Nobody else came in, and you're right behind him. Mitchell, came a couple games, but nobody's going to remember that. So all eyes are going to be on Mr. Kenny Pickett year 2. So that being said, laying out the scenarios, like I said, Mike Tomlin, the non-losing seasons, it's getting old. It's getting old to some people. It's good coaching, you can say, because there's a couple seasons that, like last year, people thought he was going to go below, and he pulled it out. And the year that Big Ben got hurt, Duck Hodges with the Minka Fitzpatrick move, he pulled it out. But hey, you have to get to these playoffs, and not only get to them, you have to produce in the playoffs. I know TJ Watt had some frustration about not winning a playoff game since he's been there. So you have that. You have your best player on the team as of so far voicing his frustration about not making the playoffs, and that could just trickle down, domino effect. Coach Tomlin, Mr. Rooney said Coach Tomlin picks his coaches. So he has his coaching staff that he wants. Picked a quarterback in Kenny Pickett. He has his quarterback that he wants. So this may be the year, for the extension. Hey, we'll give it to you. But now you got to give us the playoff wins. And man, Matt Canada, man, it's time to produce this offense. The pieces are here. The mobile quarterback is here. The skill guys are here. Tight ends there. What do you want? What else more do you want? So it's time to start putting up some more points. It's time to start producing more, or maybe Mr. Glenn Thomas can do a little better. And then Mr. Kenny Pickett, man, year number 2, you're going to take that jump. You're going to take that leap. You're going to show the organization that this is your team and that you are the face of the franchise, and then you take it from there. So you got the 3 guys. Who has the most pressure on them this season? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to get all the new videos. And until next time, I'm out.